Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Hi.
Okay, great. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Stuart. I am from London in the UK and I now live in France. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Ellie. I'm from Seoul, South Korea, and I'm a housewife. I have adorable two kids. Um, they are two sons,
Mm,
and even I'm learning English as my hobby. So
okay,
yeah, that's great hobby to me.
mm, excellent. And so, how old are your children?
6 and 4. So
Six and four.
yeah, they are busy, and also I'm very busy.
Yeah, you're busy. You're busy running around after them.
hmm
Okay. And so, at what age do children start learning English in Korea?
Um, Usually, and they started to learn English 3 grade in elementary school.
Okay, so like
Yeah, that's
age 8.
official. Yeah, officially.
Okay, okay.
but
But do
but
your
usually and including my boys,
yeah.
they were learning, they had been learning, I think, from 2 or 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Okay, no, it's good. I know that's common here as well. Like
hmm
children will learn French, and then they will also, when they can count in French, they'll also learn to do like one, two, three,
Really?
four,
Wow.
five. So
I
yeah,
heard
so
I
like
heard that.
yeah. So
hmm
my girlfriend's sister's daughter,
hmm
she can count in English. She can say a few words in English, and she learned when she was 2.5 or 2 or something. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm suddenly, all of a sudden, I'm very curious about which part of France are you living now?
So I live in centre West France. Um,
Uh-huh.
so if you think, I mean, I'll draw a bad
Very
map. Hold on.
difficult.
Yeah.
I just know
Uh,
about Paris.
so if this is France,
Uh-huh.
if this is France, Paris is here.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, and like Marseille is here. I live over here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and like Bordeaux, one of the wine regions, is here. It's about three
Yeah.
hours south of us, and then Loire
Mhm.
Valley, which is another wine region, is about 1 hour north of us. So yeah.
Yes. It it might be far away from Paris, right?
Yes, like if you were to drive, it would be 4.5 hours probably to get to Paris.
Wow.
But with the
Pretty
train, it would be
far.
two
Mhm.
hours. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Cool. And um, what how about your life in other country? Something like you are in Paris, you are in France
France.
right now. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes. So before here, I lived in Vietnam for 5 years. Before that, I was living in London for 10 years, although I took
Wow.
a year break and I spent half of that in Vietnam, half of that in Costa Rica. And I've
hmm
also lived in Peru and I've lived in Australia.
Wow.
So yeah.
Oh, cool. And I'm actually um, this meeting 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 English tutor, um, especially like you are
Mm,
from England, so
mm,
those are challenging for me because British accent is pretty difficult uh,
mm.
pretty difficult and harder than U.S. America accent. But
Yes.
I want to challenge it, and I want to try to get British accent.
Mm.
Usually, people like British accent, but they couldn't try. I think so. I heard.
Yes, I think it's. I mean, maybe because the American accent has a bigger influence around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So things like, especially Hollywood. So a lot of
Yes.
movies are
Yeah. Very
with
familiar.
American
Yes.
accents, so people are very familiar with those American accents.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And the British accent, well, there's not one British accent, but British
Mm-hmm.
accents are quite different to American accents. And so, yeah, people can find them hard to understand, especially if we speak quickly.
But London accent is pretty comfortable than other part other place of England, England, because other place is pretty strong accent, and
Mm.
it especially Manchester, and I do not remember that city.
Well, okay,
Scotland accent.
it's a
Yeah.
country, but yes.
Yes, country
So,
Scotland accent
I,
is oh
yeah.
very harder.
So I think the Scottish accent is quite nice.
Yes,
It's very, oh, I'm
nice to
Scot.
hear, but
Yes, nice to hear. Oh, I'm
I
Scottish.
couldn't mimic.
My name's
Yes,
Stuart, and I'm Scottish. It's lovely to meet you. But then, if someone is from Glasgow, so Glasgow is the biggest city in Scotland, and it has a very strong accent. Of, oh, my name's Stuart. I'm from Glasgow. Nice to meet you. And it's kind of
that sounds snarbish. That sounds snarbish, right?
what the
Um,
Glasgow accent.
that
No,
that that means
I know what you mean,
they
snobby.
proud. I think that means they proud of their accent, right?
Uh, well, I think they would be proud of their accent, but it's not really something they control. It's a very much
Mm-hmm.
that's the accent for that city and for that region, and it's a very strong accent, and they have a lot of what we would call colloquial terms, but like words that they use just in Glasgow or just in Scotland, and so
Mm-hmm.
that along with the accent makes it very difficult to understand. I understand people from Scotland generally, but I
Mm-hmm.
struggle with people from Glasgow. Like I will have someone on the phone, especially when it's on the phone, because you can't see their mouth and you're not face to face or anything. And so just on
Yeah.
the phone as someone from Glasgow, I'll have to keep on asking them to repeat themselves. So yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see. And some North Irish accent
Northern
is
Ireland, yes.
Northern Ireland. Yes, Northern Ireland accent is more softer than
I
other place.
it's well, I would say the Irish accent is softer than
Softer,
than
yes.
the Northern Irish accent. The Northern Irish accent is quite harsh,
Or really,
quite hard. So yeah, I
I
mean,
I
especially
have met
cities.
Irish. I have met Irish.
Hmm,
Some people. Mhm.
okay, but yeah, Northern Ireland, especially. I mean, Belfast is okay. It's a strong accent, but there's one city called Derry, and it's a very strong accent. I used to work with someone who was from Derry, and she would
Mhm.
ask me something, and I would say, "I'm sorry, can you say that again?"
Yes,
She'd tell me again. I'm like, "I'm sorry, can you send me a
those are
send,
my yeah. Those are my
can you send me a
situation.
message?" She would have to message me. She was sitting
Yes,
next to me. She would have to message me so I could understand what she was asking because she'd be like, "Is you just going to go get the legs out at lunchtime?" And I'm like, "What? Is
can
you
you
just going
say
to
it
go get the
again?
legs? Is you just going to go get the legs out at lunchtime?" and it's a crazy strong accent,
Uh-huh.
particularly Derry. But yes, we have lots of strong accents in the UK, um, and I mean also it kind of plays into why there are so many words in English because there's different influences into the UK.
Yes.
Um, so across history, so different people coming from different
Mm-hmm.
countries, and that having a different influence on words and accents in the different parts of the UK. So that's why it's so varied. There's been no one single way of speaking English. So that's why there's a lot of accents. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, accents are becoming less now because yeah, I mean things like the internet, television, the
Mm-hmm.
inventions of the last 100 years means that everybody hears the same accent and can understand the same accent. So accents are
Yes.
reducing. But yeah.
Um, Recently I'm trying to overcome different accent.
Mm,
So I have been practicing for 2 years on
mm.
cambly so far.
Okay.
So yeah, um, at the first time I couldn't just understand what British tutors was saying, but
Mm,
um, now listening is pretty comfortable than
mm.
before.
Okay.
Uh, I'm I'm uh, I'm feeling like this because I do not say today sorry, or I couldn't hear you like
Mm.
this. So
Yes.
yeah, last lesson, almost last lesson with the British tutor, I totally said always I couldn't hear you, can you say it again? So I'm
Mm,
very hesitated to meet British tutor, and
mm,
even I always I always I always prefer to meet only American tutor, because
mm,
I'm very scared, and I'm very I'm very um, um,
mm,
that expression is I think prepare
mm,
prepare, because I do not I do not understood what what England tutor says.
mm,
So I'm always embarrassed not to understand they're saying. So
mm.
um,
But if you're getting
always
better, it means
hesitating.
that
Oh yes.
it's because of the practice. So it's when you
Hmm.
listen, when you do something more, you get better at it. I mean, anything in
Yes.
life, not just languages. Like, yeah, you know,
So
playing a
several,
sport,
yeah, yeah.
writing books or something, you get better the more you do it. So yes, it includes listening in languages, speaking in languages. So yeah, it's good to get that practice to be able to be
So
better at different
yeah,
accents.
yeah, yeah. I see. So for several days, I was hesitated to to select um, England
English.
tutor, English tutor, but now I'm very glad to understand what you're saying.
Mm. Okay, good. Yes, it's yeah, like I said, it's good practice to understand different accents. Um,
Hmm.
so yes, and does your husband speak English?
No, he do not speak English like me, but his vocabulary level is pretty, I think, pretty higher than me,
Mm,
and yeah, I think so. So 'cause he is expert of IT industry,
okay,
so he is an hardware engineer, computer hardware engineer. So he
okay.
he know. he knows English
Yes,
very
a
well.
lot of a lot of words within technology and computers.
Yes,
A lot
yes,
of words around the world, everyone uses the English word.
yes,
So
yeah, and
it's
mhm.
yeah, that way
He
he will have a
enrolled.
large
Yes,
technical vocabulary. Yeah.
yes. So he had the learn the English Academy before, but he almost he forgotten these
Mm.
days. So yeah, he just knows only his computer English.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And
Yes.
so what time is it in Korea? Is it the evening? Is it nighttime?
No, night time. Almost it is 11 p.m. here.
Okay,
So
almost 11.
yes.
Okay.
Um, I think I heard from now England has like um, England has decided to to open COVID COVID COVID.
Restrictions.
Yes, yes. So I'm very jealous of that um, that situation.
Mm. Yes, they're going to end
Yes,
COVID
mhm.
restrictions. I
uh,
think from tomorrow, maybe, or
restrictions
yeah.
and the COVID
Yes,
restrictions.
yes.
Thank you.
So they will
Mhm.
finish them. Um, so yeah, even if you get COVID, you don't have to stay at home. You can go to work, which I think is maybe a bit dangerous because then lots of people might be get ill and not be
Mhm.
able to go to work. But it's kind of that's the strategy, I guess, for the UK
Yes,
government or the English government. We have the
yes,
government for the UK, but then we have devolved governments as well that look after each region. So Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and
mhm.
England have their own smaller
Yes.
governments as well. So yes. Um,
Moody Prime Minister, right? His
sorry,
name, Moody Prime Minister. His Prime Minister name.
he's Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. Moody, Moody. Who is Moody? I was confused. Moody. Moody is where?
Boody.
Yeah, Boris Johnson. Boris. His hair is very cool.
Very
Happy.
silly, yeah. He's
Yes.
called sometimes he's called Bojo. For short, one of the nicknames of him is Bojo for Boris Johnson.
Aha,
So maybe
Boris
you're getting
Johnson.
confused with that Bojo. But yes,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I don't think he's a particularly good prime minister. I think
Yeah, he had a
he's
wine party or champagne party for
during lockdown. Everyone else was in
yes,
lockdown.
yes, I heard.
He had 18 different parties during that
Hmm.
time when everyone else was on restrictions. He had 18 different parties. So yeah,
Hmm.
lots of different parties. So yeah, it's yeah, and he's for me, he's not a very moral person. He doesn't necessarily want to do the right thing. So
Yeah,
yeah. Anyhow, I
I
don't
heard
like him,
he
but yeah,
was popular in the UK, but that situation that problem would be bad, and they disappointed
yes, yeah.
about him, right?
We're out of
Mhm.
time, Ellie.
Oh,
Yes.
wow!
Bye bye.
Thank you for this
Thank you.
lesson. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Have a great day.